Extension of British paramountcy through administrative policy 1757-1857. In the century following the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the British East India Company steadily expanded its dominion across the Indian subcontinent, while conquest through war played a significant role. Equally important were the administrative and diplomatic tactics that helped the British tighten their grip over Indian states often without firing a shot. One of the earliest such strategies was Warren Hastings' ring-fence policy. At a time when the Marathas, Mysore, and Hyderabad posed significant threats, Hastings devised a buffer strategy protecting friendly neighboring states, not out of altruism, but to shield British-held territories from invasion. For example, the defense of Awadh was effectively the defense of Bengal. The catch: the protected rulers had to bear the cost of the British military stationed there. These friendly states were now dependent and financially bound to the company. This approach laid the foundation for a far more systematic policy. Lord Wellesley's Subsidiary Alliance, as Governor-General, from 1798 to 1805, Wellesley used diplomacy and coercion to trap Indian rulers into treaties that robbed them of real autonomy. Under this system, the Indian ruler agreed to host a permanent British force, pay for its upkeep, and refrain from engaging foreign powers without company approval. In return, they received protection and British supervision. A British resident would now live at court, watching every move. During Wellesley's time, over 100 states signed such treaties, turning India into a patchwork of dependent allies. What began as protection gradually became dominance. Rulers unable to pay the British subsidies were forced to cede territory. The idea was not new. French Governor Dupleix had once offered European troops to Indian rulers, but the British perfected it into an imperial machine. The policy followed for calculated stages: offer military help, collaborate in battles, demand money for protection, and finally, when payment failed, demand land instead. One by one, states like Hyderabad, Mysore, Tanjore, Berar, and even Maratha confederacies like the Scindias and Holkars fell into the trap. But the most chilling tool of expansion was yet to come: the Doctrine of Lapse, introduced under Governor Lord Dalhousie. This policy declared that when an Indian ruler died without a biological heir, the state would lapse into British control. Adopted sons, though legitimate in Indian tradition, were not recognized as heirs to the throne. The policy, thinly veiled under legalism, paved the way for aggressive annexation. Between 1848 and 1856, Dalhousie annexed as many as 8 states, including the rich territories of Satara, Jhansi, and Nagpur. Awadh was annexed on grounds of misgovernance, triggering deep resentment across the region. These administrative policies completed the near-total extension of British paramountcy in India, setting the stage for rebellion and resistance. Thus, the sword was not the only weapon the British wielded. Treaties, clauses, and clever diplomacy helped forge one of the most extensive empires in the world, one policy at a time.